everybody to another video of Dead by Daylight. My name is Cubeproductions. Today we're using Skull Merchant as always, but this time we're using a different type of build because we're using it actually an in-game build, something I rarely do on the channel because if you watch all my videos and you know how I play, my games rarely get to the end of the game because of the fact that they just don't. I either steamroll the survivors or they steamroll me. There's nothing in between. But to do this, we're using None Are Free, a new perk from the Ghoul. Basically, every time we hook a survivor for the first time, we gain 1 token up to 4, and once all the generators are completed, every single pallet on the entire map will be blocked. Every single upright pallet and every single window on the entire map will be blocked for 16 seconds times the amount of tokens we have. Next, we have Grim Embrace. Once we hook a survivor for the first time, once we move, I believe it's like a few meters away from the actual hook, every single generator will be blocked for 10 seconds. And then once we have hooked every survivor, we block every generator for 40 seconds into the aura of the obsession. We are Score Drink Parent Resident. You all know what this perk does. When you hook a survivor for the first time, the generator with the most progress will lose 20% automatically and start regressing. And then lastly, we have No Way Out. Once we hook a survivor for the first time, we gain a token. Once the area gets the power, No Way Out activates and will block the survivor from being able to use and execute the first time they touch it for 12 seconds. Plus, every single token we have will add an additional 12 seconds, which is really, really good. We have iridescent unpublished manuscript, so that way survivors who do our drones will automatically make us unintettable and make that drone give off a 32-meter terror radius, which will make it harder for survivors to figure out where we're coming from. And then we have stereo remote mic, which makes our drones come back faster once they have been disabled by survivors. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I read every single comment, and I love talking to all y'all, even if it's not a bad comment, even if it's a comment or like y'all disagree on my opinion, it's still great. I love watching and reading all y'all comments. And next, you should join the Discord server. Link will be in the description, a place where you can hang out, talk about Skull Merchant and any other perks or videos or anything else you want to talk about when it comes to Dead by Daylight. Also, you have any builds, let me know by putting them inside of the Discord. Link will be in the description. Without further ado, let's get straight to the game so I can show you how great Skull Merchant is at getting survivors out of the game. Okay, playing on Grim Pantry, very simple map for Skull Merchant. Actually, not a bad map at all, in my opinion, for Skull Merchant. I still gotta make a map to this video. I'll talk about that in a minute. But first, we're on Grim Pantry. Put my drones in a really good spot. I'll put it right here. Hopefully, that way, if a survivor decides to try and fall that window, they will get trapped by accidentally touching the drone. Then, because I'm unintettable, I can try and think about these survivors. Just blew up the gen. She definitely has sprint burst because she's walking. Oh no, I lied, she was running. I'm gonna scan her, get a speed buff. She's gonna drop the pallet because she's gonna be scared. But instead, she's gonna keep looping like I don't already have this drone up here. Sometimes I press one button so I can like use my power, and what ends up happening is the survivors will well, I'll use my power, right, and the survivor will try and run from me. So I will try and let go, but because of the fact that I press down the button, instead what ends up happening is the game will try and move the drone, and then I accidentally swing, and I'm like, wow, that sucks. So anyway, we're gonna hook it really easily because I don't know why that survivor decided to just, you know, I don't understand why people do this. They know what my drones do, and yet they still proceeded to be like, I'm going to stay inside the loop, even though I know my drone is going to literally injure them. But anyway, that's what survivors do. And then they complain that the killer's too strong. I'm like, okay. But anyway, we're gonna immediately hook her. That was really fast. That means like no gens should basically be done at this moment in time. I'm gonna kick this because of the fact that even though we're trying to get to the end game, I don't want to get to the end game that quickly or we're gonna lose the game. So that's the reason why we have Score Trip from Residents. Basically, this entire build is about hooking survivors once and getting benefits from it. I think he went in a locker because of the fact that I just can't find him, but I don't know. He's in a locker, so that's fun. So we'll see where he went. Well, anyway, we're gonna ignore him for now because I can't find where he is, and we're not gonna waste time going after him. So, spoiler alert, just so y'all know. I have 2 games for this video, and both games we did not get to the end game because we just didn't get to the end game, or if we did get to the end game is because of the fact that I closed the hatch. The reason why I'm saying this is because even though None Are Free is a really good perk, like I said at the beginning of the video, a lot of the time when I play Skull Merchant, I don't get to the end game. Oh, this girl's dead. I got C buff, so there's no way she can get anywhere. That's also why I put a drone in front of the window, because the drone can look through the what's it called? It can look through the window and scan people if you put it in the right location. They're gonna probably complete that generator before I get to it because I didn't use any Score Trip from Residences yet because of the fact that I don't need to. But I do have them just in case I need to use them. I recommend you actually save your score trick pin resonance to the end of the game. It makes no sense to use them really early unless you just don't want the first gen to get done with. I sometimes do that, but I prefer you wait because survivors will like to most of the time accidentally third gen themselves, which makes it easier for you to be able to what's it called? Makes it easier for you to be able to use your score trick pin resonance on them like that. I didn't scan him, but it's fine because there's nowhere he can go. He purposely slowed down himself. That way he wouldn't get scanned, which means that I can catch up slightly. But I'm going to ignore him because I got one scan on him. That should be enough for now. Also, I expect the survivors to get this generator completed. They do. He's going to get scanned. He's going to most likely get injured by a claw trap. Nope, not yet. One more scan, he'll be injured by a claw trap. And there's a window right. There's a drone up here, so he might get scanned by it, but it depends. I'm going to ignore him because of the fact that he is above me and going to loop that area again is a little annoying. So instead, I'm going to go back towards the generator again. Kind of on it. I'm going to hit him. That girl blows it up the generator. Now there's no way they complete it. And she's going to run for her life because she doesn't want to get injured by a claw trap. Now, I'm going to down this guy, and most likely, I'm going to end up losing that generator. Or I'm going to miss. I know she's on the generator now. This Dwight's playing pretty well, actually. He's running away from the generator because he knows that if he runs to the generator, I won't be able to go back towards it. But it's fine because of the fact that now I can use my score trick pin resonance if I need to. And I have 2 survivors claw trap, which means I know exactly where they are. And remember, untouchable thanks to my iridescent unpublished manuscript, an add-on I rarely use. So because of all these different reasons, I literally have the ability to take them on all these survivors whenever I want to. This girl's gonna get rid of my drone, run straight into me. But normally I would go after her, and I do. But because of the fact that this area is already open, because we already done this gen. But what I should have done, in my opinion, was I should have went after one of the people I have claw trap, because I'm untouchable right now, and I could have probably catch him off guard. But because of the fact that this this loop is really annoying, I just want to get it out the way. She's gonna drop this pallet, most likely. I'm gonna wait for her to drop it. There we go. Mind game, easy, down her. So at the time of this video coming out, it looks like, well, at the time right now, you're probably seeing like they've already done 2 gens. They look like they're gonna get to the end of the game, but they're not. They're not gonna get to the end of the game because my store merchant is too good. I don't want to toot my own horn or anything, but how to explain it? I don't know how to explain it without sounding cocky. So y'all can let me know in the comments about how I should probably word this. But like, I'm a P100 store merchant main. I have over 170 videos on my channel, I think, or over 100 and something videos on my channel of me playing Skull Merchant. I know I played Skull Merchant since she first came out and since she got changed, all the changes. I know exactly how to play this killer. Knowing this, I basically know what to do and what not to do when it comes to winning. So because of that reason, I feel like a lot of the times I just never even get to the end game because survivors just never get there. And right there, I ended up missing my hit, and I was like, oh well, I'm done with you. Because in my opinion, with Skull Merchant, another tip, I probably should make a tip and tricks video, honestly, with Skull Merchant. But I don't have any friends, so I don't have any way to make the video without asking somebody to help me or just using bots. But one tip, I can give y'all tips and tricks whenever I play. Oh, this guy just ran right towards me for some reason. Oh yeah, because I'm untouchable, so he can't know where I am. But he runs from the terror radius, and he probably has like that heartbeat terror radius thing on, so he can see the terror radius. He probably runs from it, and after running from it, he will think he's running from the killer, but in reality, he's running towards the killer because of unpublished manuscript. But anyway, right here, I should be able to get a scan off with this girl because of the fact that I have a drone. I'll move it this way. She'd run towards it. I got a scan. I tried to scan her again, but instead what ends up happening is I let go by accident. I'm trying to scan her to the wall. You can scan people through walls with your drone if you time it correctly, by the way. Then the guy gives up. He's like, I give up. I'm not fighting against Skull Merchant. And this is the reason why a lot of my games end up me just winning them. Survivors give up against my Skull Merchant a lot for some strange reason, so I never get to end game. Right here, I'm gonna get rid of a drone so I can never mind. I'm just gonna injure her because she ran towards me. I was gonna try and injure her with my drone, but instead I'm bad. Okay, never mind. Forgive me. What do I know? Where'd she go? Okay, I literally suck. There she is. I was gonna say I was gonna injure her with my drone because I knew she was gonna vault the pallet, but instead what ends up happening is she ends up just continuously running right in front of me. So I'm gonna try and get her injured with the drone, but I don't because she is just out of range. That sucks for me. But it's fine. I'm going to hook her, hopefully, by just catching her right here. There's nowhere she can go. This area is a little annoying, but I kind of already have this pallet down. She can vault this window constantly, but other than that, like these windows kind of suck over here, depending on how you use them. I'm gonna try and swing at her, but I missed. I was hoping I could hit that, but I can't hit that. That sucks for me. Now there's nowhere she can go. She can probably block the window. She does. I'm gonna try and block one of the windows if I can, because these windows are a little weird. They're not too strong. They're just kind of annoying if you know how to play them, which she does. So I actually kind of like the fact that she knows what she's doing. I'm not falling in the hole because I'm not bad. I knew it. I thought I heard somebody. Well, I heard the generator, so I knew somebody was here. And then also the ace is here for some reason. I don't know what they're doing. Like, okay. I guess their logic is they give up. They're not gonna play seriously anymore because of the fact that I kind of already won. Sorry, I'm gonna drop. I want Ace to drop this pallet, but he's smart and not gonna drop, which sucks for me. He really is not gonna drop the pallet. Like, I can't mind game this guy. This sucks. Okay, there we go. Okay, this is a window right here. This girl just ran straight towards me. I don't know what she's doing. Then this girl ran towards me again. I'm like, okay, but she has dead hard or something. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. But anyway, I'm gonna go pick up this girl. There's no flashlight save, so I should be good. And I'm gonna hook her on this road trip because I can. There we go. And then someone gets, I can see their aura because of the fact that they're trying to get rid of the super cloud trap and they failed. Well, they're trying to disable the drone, but they failed. Wait, kind of funny? Not aura. I can see the killer instinct because of that reason. Then she gets scanned by my drone. She moves forward and she's like, I give up. That was fun. But yeah, you can see why my games don't get to the end of the game. But like I was saying, my thing with Skull Merchant, I've been playing her so much now that I just know what to do. So because of that reason, even though Skull Merchant is literally a bottom tier killer and it's not good at all, when you know what you're doing, it's still really annoying for the survivors to have to deal with it. Because they, like, even though Skull Merchant is still not that good of a killer, she still has information. She still can move slightly faster thanks to the fact that she has the ability to, you know, get haste. This guy's gonna get the hatch first because of the fact that it's right here. Yep, there it is. Ah, he had to see it. But different things like that. So because of all the different reasons, it's hard for the survivors to deal with my Skull Merchant, which means that I normally win the game. But anyway, that was the first video. Sorry, we're going on a little rant. But that was the first video of my first game of me using this build and using an in-game build that didn't even get to in-game because of the fact that the survivors got obliterated. Let's go to the second game where hopefully we can get to in-game, even though I already spoiled it, saying we're not gonna get to in-game because that's not how that works. I'm gonna probably, if y'all want me to, I'll probably make another video of me using this build, but I'll purposely get the game to in-game because of the fact that like I didn't end this video, but we'll see what happens. Okay, playing on the Trauma Wreckage. Now this video, well this game is literally the perfect example as why I do not use in-game builds, as you'll see. Like in-game builds are actually some of the best builds literally in Dead by Daylight. There's so many good in-game perks and they just added a new one. None are free. And they're actually really good. We have None are free is amazing. No out's amazing. Blood Warden is probably the best one, but it's hard to use. It's a little hard to use because a lot of people get scared of Blood Warden, so they don't ever use it. I'm gonna catch this blood off guard, by the way, by hitting him. Blood Warden's really good. You have so many good, you have Terminus, a really good one if you had to use it. There's so many good in-game perks inside Dead by Daylight, but the problem with in-game perks is the fact that you have to get to the end game, and a lot of times it's better to just use perks that stop survivors from getting to the end game than it is to actually use perks that do something better at the end game. Or you can just use one perk like No Way Out, because No Way Out is good no matter what, basically. And we're gonna injure him really fast and down him. So my point is, because of the fact that normally my in-game builds, I never get to in-game anyway, I don't really use in-game builds very often. And as you'll see by this game, I'm going to literally destroy the survivors. So because of that reason, the chance of them even getting to the end game is extremely low. So thanks to Grim Embrace, we're gonna block every single, what's it called, thing. I'm gonna say zombie. We're gonna block every single generator. Now I could have swung at that girl, but because I got scared I was gonna get by the pallet, I didn't swing. Also, I don't know where she even came from, cause like I just literally turned behind me and she's there. I was like, okay. So I'm gonna scan her twice. So then one more scan, she gets injured. She's gonna go back towards the pallet, but she's not gonna duck to dodge the drone because she's dead. So because of that reason, she's gonna get scanned, and then she dies. Like, okay. I don't know if that was me just out-skilling her, or if that's just me, or that's just her playing badly. But either way, that's what happened. So now we have two people hooked, and we have another Scorcher Pin Resonance. We use one Scorcher Pin Resonance, so that means the generator with the most progress, which is probably the gen she was already on, is gonna start regressing. Then we found someone else over here who was actually the same Dwight from before, who for some reason why didn't heal himself. So that's fun. So right here, I'm gonna get slowed down. No, I lied. That's not. I thought that was the part that slows you down. I forgot a pallet can even spawn there. He gonna vault the window. I expect a balance landing, but there's no balance landing actually, so he dies. Very simple. He has no success strike or anything because of the fact that he literally is he touched the generator. Never gonna hook him on a score trip, which means that whatever didn't have much progress now lost progress again. So now we're gonna go back towards the generator that we think has the most progress, which is this one over here. If I hear any progress on it or hear anybody, I'm gonna go off of it. But then I realized, let me go back towards the hook and see if someone on this gen, and there is 2 people on this gen. Now the girl in pink, we just hooked her, so I'm gonna go after her anyway. And then is apply some pressure, make her a little more scared to act for the game. She runs towards me for some reason. I don't know why she did that. So now she's gonna run to the main building because the main building is really strong. I see on the radar someone is injured, well, claw trap, which means that I can go after them. I'm gonna try to mind game this area, but it's kind of hard for me to do this because like I placed my drone in a kind of bad area where it gets blocked off by the actual terrain itself. Now I do scan her. I don't get the C buff because of the fact that it's already been 5 seconds, but it's the fact that I still scan her. I'm going to hook her. I already used my score trick on her, so I don't have to worry about doing that. Now I'm gonna go after the girl who is literally injured and claw trap, so I can see her aura. I'm gonna try to become untouchable, so I go after her, but I instead decided to go straight after her anyway. I should be able to slow her down, but apparently I don't see her. There she is. And then the second I'm about to hit her with a claw trap, well, hit her with my drone, the claw trap goes away. So right here, I should probably just let her drop the pallet, to be completely honest, because honestly, trying to loop this is a little annoying. So I'm just gonna make her drop the pallet, but first I'm gonna hit this in. She is claw trapped again. Now she gets slowed down whenever I hit her with a claw trap, well, with a drone I mean. Turn back around, and now she has to walk a really long distance to try and get to this pallet. Hopefully I can catch her, but I realize there's no way because no. So now there's no way she can make it around again because she's moving a little too slow. So we should be able to injure her. There we go. Now she's down. Boink, boink. So we have 2 people dead on hook already, by the way, at 5 gens. And then I get flashlight. I'm like, oh my god, that's sure why. But it's fine because of the fact that we can just go after the person again. So now I'm gonna go after the girl who is not injured, the girl who I've never hooked before. But she already got scanned once. She ran toward the drone, so I scanned her a second time, get a speed buff. Now she's gonna go towards a pallet or a window. She blocks that. I'm gonna put a drone right here, that way she tries to go back, she gets scanned. But she's gonna keep running and holding W because she realized that if she gets too close to that drone, she'll get injured. I will put another drone down if I need to so I can scan her. She's gonna do the pallet. I expected her to revault it, but she didn't. She is going to, what's it called, blind me, but I have ears, so she kind of just sealed her fate. She should have ran for her life and got to a different pallet, but instead she was like, I'm gonna blind the killer and try and do something special, but in reality it backfired. Notice again, we're still at 5 gens, like in-game build by the way. So we're gonna hook her here. The gen right next to me is gonna blow up. The girl who is wearing the pink is right here, which means that we can down her, kill her, and the game's over for her. And because we're playing on the patch where Kanaki's out, instead of playing on the other patch like I used to be doing, that means that we have drones that actually work. I missed kind of bad. There we go. We have drones that actually work and will always turn when they're played. Unless we're using, of course, what's it called? Low power mode. And then I mind game this girl and catch her off guard. Now I think this girl is either new or maybe she's not the best player. I don't know, but she kind of got obliterated like every single chase, which is kind of funny. So we're gonna hook her right here, and as you can see, she's dead. Now all we have to do is go after Dwight, who's also dead on hook, and the other 2 survivors are on their 1st and 2nd hook, I believe. So because of that reason, I gotta find Dwight, and we're good. So right here, I'm gonna go after this girl who I believe, just hooked. I'm not even gonna kill the generator because I'm like, I have an in-game build, so I don't care. There's only one girl we haven't hooked yet, and that's the 2nd girl. So all I know is this girl is gonna be on her 2nd hook if I hook her, and she's gonna vault the window. There's no pad over here because Dwight already threw it down. She might have dead hard, but we'll see first. Dead hard? No dead hard. Okay, down. A little tip, by the way. Maybe it works for me. It might not work for everybody, but the way I block or the way I make dead hards like noticeable, the way that I get survivors to do their dead hard is I put up my radar. Because when you do an animation that's not when you do any animation, the survivor is gonna try and like, you know, dead hard because they see you doing an animation that's not walking. So because of this reason, a lot of the time what ends up happening is the survivor will think, oh, that's him about to swing, but in reality it's not. So I'll use my radar animation to try and get the survivor to use a dead heart. Speaking of dead heart, I know this girl does not have dead heart because she has not been hooked yet. So because of this reason, I'm going to hook her, and this is her first hook. Now we have hooked everything in the survivor, and because we've hooked everything in the survivor, Grim Break is gonna block every gym for 40 seconds, and we can see the aura of the obsession who we literally just hooked. So we see her all the way over there, waiting for her life. I'm gonna try and scan her with that drone so I can get a little speed buff from across the map, but I do not. And instead I'm gonna become unattainable because she doesn't know where I'm coming from, and hopefully I can catch her off guard. And she's like, I give up. I'm like, yes, ma'am. So she's dead. Because again, at 5 gens, by the way, we're obliterating survivors. Like, I feel bad for them, and I also feel bad for y'all for watching because of the fact that I'm literally using an in-game build, but I can't use the in-game build because of the fact that I'm not getting to the end game. Which is kind of bad. I probably shouldn't be posting this video, to be completely honest. But like, that's why I named this video the reason why I don't get to in-game. But the reason why I don't use in-game builds is this, like, it's just kind of funny. I just steamroll sometimes. It don't always happen. You watch my videos where I get steamrolled sometimes, but it's just like, it's just so interesting how when I try and use the in-game build, 2 perks, by the way. I only have 2 perks that are in-game perks, by the way. And then I have 2 other meta perks that I needed to make Skull Merchant useful. I end up just obliterating. So we have killed 2 people at 5 gens of Skull Merchant, and now we have to find the last 2 people. Dwight's dead on hook, and then the girl who I can't remember her name, Nancy? That's not Nancy. I don't know who that is. She is on her second hook. So because of these 2 reasons, I'm gonna be able to. Okay. I don't know why she got out of that locker like that, but she was like, "Please kill me." I'm like, "Yes, ma'am." Maybe because she saw me be unattainable, so she got out of the locker. But oh well. Either way, I'm gonna hook her on a hook because of the fact that she revealed herself to me. So I mean, she must die. And then Dwight finally does a gen across the entire map. So that means that after being in this game for about like 8 minutes, they finally did a gen, which is kind of funny. So now I'm gonna try and go after Dwight if I can, or at least just do whatever I really want, because honestly the game's already over and there's no way the survivors are gonna make it to the end. So let's try and find Dwight. We're gonna kick the generator because we can to get as many blood points as possible. I'm not even trying to like play to win at this point. I'm just 1 blood points so I can level up other killers, because I do have other killers I plan on playing. I'm not gonna spoil who the killer is, but just so you know, if you want to guess who the killer I'll be playing next on my channel will be, along with Skull Merchant, of course, I'll say I've already made a video using this killer. That's the hint, if you want to guess who the killer is. But as a result, we're going to automatically put a drone at the windows just in case Dwight doesn't find the hatch and we find the hatch. He'll have to, he not only, oh, he got the hatch, never mind. I was gonna say not only would he have to get rid of the drone, he would also have to do no way out to get out. But instead what ends up happening is he gets the hatch. Another reason why I don't use in-game builds, because I get to the end of the game and the survivor gets the hatch anyway, so it don't matter. But anyway, that was the game. That was the 2 games of the video. Really short video actually for what's supposed to be an in-game build. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Like I said before, I read every single comment, and I love reading all y'all's comments. Make sure you also join the Discord server. Link will be in the description, a place you can hang out and talk about literally anything. And I'll see y'all in the next video, where hopefully we'll have builds that actually work correctly and not builds that don't work at all. Have a nice day.